Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through, well, mountains of info to bring you the stuff you really need to know.
That's the goal.
And today, we're plunging into something that honestly affects everyone: communicating better, especially when you've got an idea to pitch or you need to make a case,
Absolutely. It's universal.
But what if the secret wasn't about having the perfect answer for every but or what if? What if it was something, well, sneakier?
Something more fundamental. It's about stopping those objections before they even start, which, let's be honest, kind of turns most sales advice on its head.
Right.
So this deep dive, it's all about a sales framework that some people are calling like the best in the world for selling anything, really. Online services are the big example, but you can see it everywhere.
Okay, best in the world is a big claim. Where's this coming from?
It's rooted in the work of Cole Gordon. He runs Close.io, a sales training company doing like $30 million plus. So it's based on tons of real-world data, thousands of clients, countless calls analyzed.
Okay, so not just theory, it's battle-tested.
Exactly. And the kicker, Cole Gordon himself says he started out as, quote, the worst salesperson on his team.
No way. Really?
Yeah. And his big breakthrough wasn't from some guru seminar. He just watched his top colleagues. He expected to see, amazing objection handling like verbal judo.
Right, the slick comebacks.
But that's not what he saw, the best ones. They weren't getting many objections at all. Their closes were smooth, almost. Objectionless. The prospects basically sold themselves.
Wow. Okay, so that's the core idea for today. Handling objections by making sure they don't even come up.
Precisely. And it's not about tricks. It's about methodically building up 7 specific beliefs in the prospect's mind, and at the same time, you're kind of dismantling the limiting beliefs holding them back.
As in key beliefs. And you're saying this isn't just one guy's system.
Well, what's fascinating is when you look at other big names, Jordan Belfort, Grant Cardone, totally different styles, right?
Totally different.
But dig underneath, and they're implicitly hitting these same 7 beliefs. So this goes way beyond just sales tactics. It's really a lens on human motivation, how people decide things.
Okay, I'm hooked. Let's get into this blueprint. These 7 core beliefs someone needs to have before they buy.
All right, so the 7 are pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, and trust.
Pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, trust.
Got it. And think of the whole process like this. You're dissolving limiting beliefs and installing these 7 empowering ones.
Okay, so where do we start?
Belief number 1, pain. This is the foundation. It's the gap, the space between where they are right now and where they desperately want to be.
Right. If there's no problem, why would they need a solution? Business 101, basically. Solve problems, create value.
Exactly. And Cole breaks this gap down into 2 main types. First, there's actual pain or a problem. Think moving from below average to just average or neutral.
Like, my knee hurts so bad I can barely walk, and I need stem cells just to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Or maybe losing weight to get out of the obese category into a healthier range.
Precisely. Escaping a negative state. But then there's the second type, unfulfilled desire. This is about going from average or even good to excellent.
Ah, okay. So not fixing pain, but reaching for more. Like stem cells for longevity, not just knee pain. Or a weight loss program, not just for health, but to get ripped, like 8% body fat, 6-pack kind of thing.
You got it. Average to excellence. So for you listening, think about the gaps you deal with. Are you solving pain or fueling desire? Or maybe both?
That's a great question for anyone listening to consider about their own work or goals. Okay, so pain is established. What's belief number 2?
Number 2 is doubt. And this is critical. Why can't they just fix this problem themselves? Why pay you?
Yeah. If they think they can DIY it, why would they buy your solution?
Exactly. So you need to establish that going it alone involves, as Cole puts it, unnecessary time, resources, energy, attention, even reputation. Your proven path saves them from all those mistakes and the costs that come with them.
Makes sense. Some things, the doubt is kind of built in, right? Like complex software. I'm not going to build my own ad tracker.
Right. For something like SaaS, the doubt is inherent. But for other things, like coaching or consulting, you often have to actively build that doubt. Show them why their solo efforts haven't worked and probably won't.
Okay, so pain is the gap. Doubt is why they can't bridge it alone. That flows nicely into number 3. Cost.
Yes, cost. And this isn't just the sticker price of your offer. It's the cost of inaction.
The cost of doing nothing.
Precisely. You need to make the long-term cost of leaving the problem unsolved. The wasted time, the lost money, the frustration, the emotional drain feel way heavier than the investment in your solution.
You're creating an imbalance.
a critical imbalance. This creates what Cole calls an action threshold. It basically dismantles the, let me think about it, or maybe next quarter excuses.
It creates urgency, but internally driven.
Exactly. You mentioned Tony Robbins earlier. Think of his Dickens protocol, making people vividly imagine their bleak future if they don't change. It brings that future pain right into the present.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff.
The challenge is doing that subtly in a sales conversation. You want them to feel that internal pressure, that the cost of staying stuck is just too high. It makes not acting the uncomfortable choice.
Making inaction the bigger burden. I like that. Okay, pain, doubt, cost. What's number 4?
Number 4 is desire. So beyond escaping the pain, there has to be a really clear, compelling payoff. What's the awesome future they're moving towards?
The light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. It's the gain side of pain and gain. There's that Cialdini study on vaccines, remember?
But vaguely. Remind me.
Okay, so one message just focused on the bad stuff, what happens if you don't get the vaccine. The other message combined the bad stuff with the benefits of getting it.
And the combo message worked better.
Significantly better. Pain motivates action, sure. But without a clear, desirable destination, that strong desire people can just get overwhelmed, stuck in analysis paralysis. You need to channel that pain-driven energy towards something exciting.
Got it. Pain pushes, desire pulls. Okay, number 5.
Number 5, money. This one's got 2 parts. First, the obvious one, resources. Do they actually have the money?
Right. Like the example of the person couch surfing with $500. A $10K program is just not happening.
Correct. That's the physical ability to pay. But the second part is willingness. Will they invest?
And this often ties back to cost, right?
Often, yeah. It can be a smokescreen.
Yeah.
Like that lawyer making $250K who balked at a $5 dating program. He had the resources.
I wasn't willing.
Because for him, the cost of inaction, the pain of his current dating life, wasn't high enough to justify the $5K investment. The perceived value wasn't there for him.
Interesting distinction. Ability versus willingness. Okay, 2 left. Number 6.
Number 6 is support. This is about the other people involved. Spouse, business partner, board members, key team members. Are they on board with the prospect fixing this problem or going for this goal?
Oh, yeah. I need to talk to my wife partner team objection. Got to get ahead of that one.
Absolutely. You uncovered this early to avoid delays later. Cole even mentioned delaying a program himself because his own team didn't have the bandwidth. A good salesperson would have spotted that.
How do you suss that out without being pushy?
In business, you can ask about their leadership structure early on. It's a neutral way to identify all the decision makers.
Smart. Okay, last one. Number 7.
Finally, number 7, trust. Now, trust in you and the brand matters, of course, but the most crucial piece here is trust in the methodology. Do they believe your way is the right way?
Trust the process, essentially.
Exactly. And this is where your pitch becomes more than just a list of features. It needs to be a simultaneous explanation. Meaning it has to simultaneously explain why everything they've tried before failed and why your approach is fundamentally different and will succeed.
Oh, okay. Like the keto coach example.
Yeah.
You don't just give the diet plan.
Right. You explain why the old high-carb diets kept failing them, maybe messing with their insulin, and why ketosis changes the game physiologically for them.
Or the agency explaining why old webinar funnels don't work anymore and why their new short-form video method is built for today's audience.
Precisely. You're not just showing what they get. You're showing why it's the superior solution for them, given their past experiences. It builds massive confidence in the method.
Okay, those are the 7 beliefs. Pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, trust. A really solid framework. But how do you actually build these in a real conversation? It sounds complex.
It is, but there's a structure. Cole Gordon lays out a call flow, particularly using what he calls goals-first syntax. This works really well when someone's chasing an unfulfilled desire or a new opportunity, maybe like starting an AI agency or something.
Goals first. Okay, what are the stages?
It generally follows introduction, discovery, or isolating the challenge, then desired situation, current situation, a transition, the pitch itself, a committing phase, and finally, the close.
Got it. Let's walk through it, starting with the introduction.
Right. Keep rapport brief, cordial, a quick back and forth, how's your day, good busy or bad busy. Something simple. Too much chit-chat can actually hurt.
Less is more there. Then what?
Then you frame the call. State the agenda clearly. This isn't salesy if done right, it's professional. Think high-level business calls, they always set an agenda.
So something like,
Yeah, usually how these calls goes, we'll dive into your business, what's working, what's not challenges. Then I can share a bit about what we do. If it feels like a fit, great. If not, no worries, I might know someone who can help. It shows confidence and control.
Okay. And then the opening question.
Typically asking about their biggest challenge, like, what's the main hurdle for you right now in X? But the tonality is key. Soft, curious, not demanding. Maybe add a softener at the end.
And sometimes you need background info first.
Yeah, for complex stuff, software, certain services, you might need quick context questions up front. What do you sell? Price point. How do you get clients? Rough revenue. Just enough so you can ask smarter questions later.
Okay, intro done. Then isolating the challenge.
Right, just quickly confirm the main problem or goal they came to you with, pin it down. Then you pivot quickly to the desired situation.
Painting the picture of success.
Exactly. Start broad. Ultimately, what's the big goal here? Let them talk money, long-term vision, personal stuff.
How do you handle the money goal without sounding blunt?
Instead of, why is that important? Try leveraging consistency bias. $6 revenue. It sounds like you've put some thought into that specific number. Why that number, out of curiosity? It feels less interrogative.
Nice. And financial qualification.
Frame it as their goal. To make this move viable, what kind of income would you need to replace? Gets the info, less resistance, then just ask, what's the long-term vision? Simple.
And for the personal non-money goals, you mentioned a framework.
Yes, the permission reason why question framework, it's gold.
Okay, break it down.
First, ask permission. Mind if I ask a slightly more personal question? Second, give the reason. Reason I ask is, we're not just about the money, we want to help build the lifestyle too. Third, ask the question. So what does that ideal lifestyle actually look like for you?
Ah, that feels much smoother. Less like you're prying.
Totally. It builds rapport and gets much more honest answers. Okay, so after defining desire, you explore the current situation. Where are they now?
Makes sense. Like, what are you doing for work currently? Do you like it?
Exactly. And then you want to uncover the final straw, the real reason they're taking action now. Use that other framework, permission, context, question.
Okay, same start. Can I ask something personal?
Yep. Then the context point at the timing. So you've been doing job X for 10 years, thinking about this change for 6 months, but you scheduled this call today. What happened?
The why now question.
Exactly. What shifted? What made this a priority right now? This gets to the core, motivation. Stepping on the scale, a comment from a child, a big life event, the moment of decision.
What if they say something superficial first?
Great point. Follow up with, got it. Is there any other reason, though, why this is so important now? That often unlocks the deeper, real reason, the one that sounds less good but is more true.
Like my wife never believed in me kind of stuff.
Potentially, yeah. The emotional core.
Okay, current situation nailed down. Then you circle back to doubt.
You got it. Reinforce it. So, what's been the biggest hurdle stopping you from achieving this on your own so far? Lock in that belief. They need help.
Then, solution questions about past attempts.
Yes. Have you tried working with anyone else on this? Super important, especially for services. You need to know what they tried, what worked, what didn't, expectations versus reality.
That feeds into your pitch later, right? The simultaneous explanation.
Exactly. You need that ammo to show why your way is different and better than what failed them before. You can even help categorize failures. Was it strategy, execution, something else?
Boxing them in gently. And then you quickly revisit support.
Confirm buy-in now that you understand their deep motivation. Is your spouse partner fully supportive of you making this leap? And reiterate the business context, checking on all decision makers identified earlier.
Okay, wow. That's a thorough discovery.
Yeah.
How do you smoothly transition to the pitch after all that?
Instead of a long recap, just ask, okay, I think I've got a really good picture here. Is there anything else important we haven't covered that you feel I need to know?
A subtle confirmation.
Right. If they say no, you state, great. Well, based on everything you've told me, I'm confident we can definitely help you get from current situation to desired situation. You can optionally add a pre-pitch thought, here, a case study, an insight to frame them perfectly.
And then the magic transition.
The you question sandwich. So where would you like to go from here? Happy to walk you through exactly what working together looks like, if that makes sense. But you tell me.
Puts the ball in their court, but guides them.
Totally. They almost always say, yeah, tell me how it works. Then you just say, okay, great. Let's get into the nuts and bolts then.
Smooth. All right, the pitch. What's the structure?
High-level promise first, then the bridge, killer steps, then delivery details. And tell them, grab a pen, I'll walk you through the 4 key steps, or however many pillars you have.
And you mentioned starting with what this is not.
Yeah, preempt objections. Look, this isn't just a bunch of videos you watch alone. It's not a huge group call where you get lost. Then pivot to, what this is.
Reiterate their goal.
This is a type of program, one-on-one program designed specifically to get you from X to Y, and we do that through a clear 4-step process.
And you dive into the pillars.
Which are the milestones, the journey, not just features. And for each pillar, you use that structure. Here's the common problem old way people try to solve this. It leads to frustration because
Don't the problem.
instead, our approach in Pillar 1 is your solution feature, which allows you to benefit and ultimately achieve benefit of the benefit.
Benefit linking. And keep it interactive.
Constantly. Makes sense. Thoughts on that? Connect it back. Remember how you said you struggled with X? This pillar solves that directly by.
And the pillars are sequential milestones like product market fit, scalable acquisition, etc.
Exactly. A clear path. And remember, this is the simultaneous explanation happening in real time. You're showing why your method works where others failed. Put the big results and reframes in pillars 1 and 2. Later pillars handle scaling and future pacing.
Then quickly cover delivery details.
Yep. Calls, access duration, etc. Briefly. 90% path and results, 10% logistics.
Okay, pitch delivered. What's next?
The committing phase. Start with a temperature check. So how are you feeling about all that? Does this feel like the vehicle you need to get you there? Listen for confidence.
What if they hesitate? I think so.
Dig in gently. Okay, just think so. What's giving you pause? If price comes up, acknowledge it, but park it. We'll definitely get to the investment in a moment, but setting that aside, how do you feel about the actual process we outlined?
And the 110 scale if needed.
Yep. Scale of 110, 10 being, yes, this is perfect. Where are you at? If it's an 8, got it. What specifically is keeping you from being a 10 right now? Uncover hidden objections before the price.
Smart. Then the question section.
Ask. What questions do you have on the specifics we covered? Then use the 3 steps. Clarify the real question, answer succinctly, maintain leadership, great question. What else?
And clarifying is key because the surface question might hide the real objection.
Absolutely vital. Is this group coaching? Might hide. I hate group coaching. Clarify the intent before answering.
Okay, temp check passed, questions answered. Now for the close.
Smooth transition. Okay, so you feel really good, no more questions. What makes sense as a next step for you, or where do you want to go from here?
Let them lead.
If they hesitate, gently offer. We can talk through the investment side if you'd like. Then, crucially, before the price, outline the onboarding. Cool. So, just so you know what happens next, as soon as we finalize this, you'll get homework quick wins, book your onboarding call, set up your plan roadmap.
Build excitement for immediate steps.
Exactly. Then, does it make sense? Awesome. And the investment is just price.
Wow. That's a comprehensive, belief-driven process.
It really is. It transforms the conversation from a potential battle over objections into a collaborative journey of building conviction.
So, recapping this deep dive, we explored Cole Gordon's objectionless close idea, centered on building 7 core beliefs: pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, and trust. And we walked through that practical goals first call flow to see how it's done.
Yeah, it's a powerful way to think about any persuasive communication, honestly.
So for everyone listening, here's maybe the big takeaway question. In your own world, selling, presenting, even just convincing your partner about a vacation spot, which of those 7 beliefs do you think is your weakest link? Where does your communication fall short in building that solid foundation?
Right. Are you clearly establishing the pain? Are you creating enough doubt about their ability to do it alone? Is the cost of inaction high enough? Is the desire compelling? Maybe it's support or deep trust in your method.
So the challenge is to think about shifting from just reacting to objections, trying to handle them as they pop up, to proactively preventing them by being deliberate about building these beliefs step by step.
It really is a mindset shift, less about tactics, more about truly understanding the person in front of you and guiding their psychology towards a yes that feels completely natural to them.
A fascinating approach. Thanks for breaking that down.
My pleasure. Lots to think about there.